What is up, my watermelons? This is Fmressel here, bringing you a brand new video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get big in Slither.io. Yeah! Oh man, I'm like a trainer. I'm like a Slither.io trainer. You're gonna get your training shoes on. We're gonna train you up to get the top of the leaderboard. Show your mom. Let's get started. Tip number 1, do not be afraid. Get in there. Just take out those big guys. Take them out. Just bam, bam, out of nowhere, bam. Like bam, out of nowhere, bam. Bam! Oh, out of no bam! Tip number 2, be sure to get in there when the big guys are circling the little guys. Because when the big guys are circling the little guys, they turn their surface area to a smaller amount, allowing you, the small guy, to get around the big guy and take him out. Tip number 3, don't underestimate the little guy. The little guys can help you out so much in the long term that if you take out a lot of them, they can give you such an advantage that the big guys won't even know what hit them. Tip number 4, be sure to get into the dead center of that map. Get it, just go. Just get like straight into the center of the map, because that's where the most people are. It's so hectic, it's so crazy, and the most loot on average is dropped directly. I mean directly right on the center of the map. Tip number 5. This is number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eat other people's poop. Do it. Don't do it in real life. Be sure to follow behind the big guys, because they drop out some big things. Right there. Right dead center. If you follow right behind them, you'll also be in prime position to swoop in as soon as they die. Tip number 6, steal loot. Do it, just do it. Little guy kills a big guy, don't let him take all the loot. You take all of it and then kill him. Take his loot too. Take all the loot you can, loot it all, be vicious. Tip number 7, if you see somebody die in front of you and tons of loot is dropped, don't rush in. I know you were thinking I was gonna say, rush in, take it immediately. Don't do that. Most likely you'll die if you do that. So don't do that. Wait, sit back, relax, circle around a little bit. Take your holding pattern like an airplane going around the airport, waiting to land. As you hover above like a vulture, waiting for your loot to be dropped more and more. People will die because they'll be zooming in, taking the loot. They'll be zooming in so fast that they won't even see the other people. So then, when everybody dies around you, just like the vulture you are, you swoop in and you grab the loot and raise to the number 1 spot on the leaderboard. You know what I'm doing right now? Do you know what I'm even doing right now? I bet you don't. I bet you don't. I bet you don't know what I'm doing right now doing this. I'm eating my leftovers. That's what I'm doing. I'm eating my leftovers, and that's what you should be doing as well. If you eat all your leftovers, don't leave anything behind, then you are much better off and with a better opportunity to get straight to the top of the leaderboards. If you leave anything behind, anything at all, that leaves a small chance for a little guy to grab it and come up and kill you. So eat your leftovers. Just do it. Eat them. They're good for you. You know what I'm doing right now? I'm relaxing, and that's something you should do when you go in to grab the loot. If you don't relax when you grab loot, odds are you're gonna flip out. Just flip out. And if you flip out, then you're gonna lose your loot, because you're gonna die too. Odds are somebody's gonna flip in and get you. If you relax, though, and take in the harmony of life, then you'll be able to grab the loot for yourself and race to the top of the leaderboards. You know what this is right here? It's tip number... I think it's either tip number 8 or tip number 9. But don't question it, because I'm the guy who's tipping you off to these tips. This is a box. Think about this as a box. Imagine it as a square box, 3D, all-around box. It's a box, okay? A box. Now, imagine this as my fist. Now, take my fist and hit the box. That is what's called a hitbox. And when you're big in Slither.io, your hitbox is way smaller than you actually think it is. Meaning that when somebody comes up to hit you, they go right past you, allowing you to do crazy maneuvers like this. Or like this. Meaning that you can survive for longer, giving you a greater chance of getting to the top of the leaderboards. You see those things floating around everywhere? All over the place. They're just floating everywhere. Those little pellet things floating everywhere. Go after them. They're a huge help, even when you're small and when you're big. They help you so much, in fact, that is one of my keys to getting big in Slither.io. You know what I'm doing right now? Not dying. And that's what you should be doing in Slither.io. The more you die, the more likely you're gonna be frustrated and get done with the game and throw your computer on the ground just straight on the ground like that. The more likely you do that, the more likely you are to stop and not get to the top of the leaderboard. So do what I'm doing right now and don't die. You see this chair right here? This doesn't really look like a chair to you, does it? But watch me. I'm gonna sit on it. 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 You see that right there? That's called not getting discouraged. I kept sitting, and even when I couldn't sit, I just kept sitting. So when you're playing Slither.io and you're trying to get to the top of the leaderboards, don't get discouraged. Just keep trying to sit. I hit the back of my foot on my foot. I hit my foot on the bookshelf. I hit the back of my foot on the bookshelf. What I was about to say before I hit the back of my foot on that bookshelf was, if you follow these tips and tricks to the dot, I guarantee that you will get to the top, the very top of the leaderboards. I can't guarantee it for sure. I cannot do that. But I will guarantee that you did watch this video and you do have maybe possibly a slightly better chance at getting to the top of the leaderboards if you really put your mind to it. And on that note, that specific note, I'm Fmressel signing off. I'll see you next time. Bye. I don't think I'm gonna have any voice for the rest of the day now.